Welcome to episode 2 of Chronicles of Dad. I'm Gav Mac.
Devo in the house, obviously.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Chronicles of Dad, I think it is. I can't remember. It'll be on the screen. It's on the screen. If it's on audio, then you'll be listening to us, so you can watch us on YouTube. Just search. The link is on the Spotify links and all them sort of thing there. And then, just give us a review. Ideally 5 stars. If it's not 5 stars, can you just let us know?
Rather than putting it on the review. Just let us know.
Just let us know. Yeah. Just send us a message. Yeah. Send us a DM or whatever. Yeah. Just let us know. Don't mug us off inside like a couple of weeks of us being on.
Yeah, I mean, the saying is, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all.
Exactly.
So don't leave no 1-star review. Who does that? I've never understood that mentality. I've never understood why people do that.
People do though, and like for me, like when it comes to, it has to be very, very, very bad customer service.
The last time I did that was, I think it was Uber Eats, because I don't think I've told you this. I ordered Mackey's breakfast for my team at work. So I got stuck.
Look at you flossing.
It's payday.
Oh, yeah.
I ordered Mackey's breakfast. I got stuck on a call, and the guy was downstairs. So I sent one of my colleagues down to get it. Yeah. So I had a time, because I'd been on the call, I had a time when I actually got off the phone. And by the time he'd gone down there, she'd gone down there, it was Corin. By the time she'd gone down there, nothing, the driver went there, there's nothing down there.
Deep.
So I looked at my phone and they said, the driver couldn't find you. So they just bounced with the food. So I said, hold on a minute. Like, they said, they have to wait 7 minutes and then they can go. I was like, well, it ain't been 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Because 9 o'clock was when I was on that call, and I sent her down there. So by the time she got down there, it was like 3-4 minutes. So Uber Eats were like, well, we can't do anything. I was like, I didn't even tell you the best part. I missed the best part. She didn't just bounce. She left the food on the wall outside the office. Public square. Do you know what I mean? So she just left the bag there, took a picture of it, and said it was delivered.
Wow.
I was like, well, no, because I ain't got it. Like, she could have just gone into reception and said, can I leave this with you? Someone in your building has ordered this. But she just left it on the wall. So obviously someone's walking past gone, wah.
Yeah, I'm having that, snatching that.
Brekkie, there's several sausage and egg McMuffins and all sorts.
So you didn't get a refund or anything?
Didn't get a refund or nothing.
Oh my God.
I had to go to my bank.
And tell them what was good. Oh my God.
Uber Eats were like, no, because it's outside 7 minutes, we can't do anything. Like,
I had a similar situation with a chicken shop, and the boys were around, and we ordered a load of food, and we tracked the movement. And he came on a bike, and you see him going up the street, and then he disappeared. But he didn't even say the food had been delivered, but the money had already gone out of my account. Yeah. And I was like, what's going on? They were like, oh, well, I was like, run me my food.
It's big orders. It's never like a little thing.
No, yeah. If it was just like a doner wrap, they deliver that.
Yeah.
But when it's, they just want to feed the family, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's philanthropy. That's what it was. That's what I'll put it down to. I've contributed something to society and left myself hungry.
Yeah. I'd prefer to eat my food.
Honestly. Anyway, that's not very kid related. What are we going to talk about on today's show? What should we talk about?
So I think I would like to talk about kind of the pregnancy journey from our perspective.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously, I'm not going to try and say that it's difficult compared to what a woman goes through.
Yeah, for real.
Seeing what Abby went through twice, I was like, we as men could never, ever, ever do what they do.
Me personally, I could never.
No. There would be about 6 people on this earth, and that would have been it.
It would be like...
Men would be like, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I saw what it did to Jeff. I am not doing that. You know what I mean? So I think a testament to females, man, and you guys, I have the utmost respect for what you go through, what your body went through and everything like that.
Yeah. I doff my hat to Janet. Because I still can't really call her Janet. Oh dear, poor Janet.
The thing is, people may have missed episode 1 and be like, Janet. And
Okay. So
you might have to do a running thing here where you explain it every episode.
Let's run it back. So, Janet is the code name for my ex, who is the mother of Isla. But I don't know whether she's going to want to watch this or anything like that. And it's not a case of me throwing shade. I just don't want any attention being brought to her if she doesn't want the attention. So therefore, code name, didn't want to call her my ex all the time. I just wanted to give her a name, and we decided on Janet.
Yeah.
So I don't know a Janet.
I think that's a safe name, Janet.
I know a Janet.
No.
I just remembered. I know a Janet. She's sound, to be fair.
Oh,
She's kind of leng as well. I can't lie. She when I lived in. She is. Yeah. She is. I'll show you a picture in a bit. But like, yeah, when I lived in Peterborough, I used to go to my local Moorhen, banging local. Like they let me put my dartboard up in there and that. It was nice. And yeah, there was a chicken there called Janet, and yeah, she was flames.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Big up Janet.
Yeah, this is another Janet.
It's different Janet. Different Janet. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I couldn't go through that because many people who know me personally know that I have some random phobias. One is mold. I'm scared of moldy stuff.
Right. Okay.
So, like, for instance, like, just say if
you mean like mold on like food, or like mold on like if you get damp and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I can handle that. That's that's pussy on mold.
That's more dangerous than the mold on the food.
I know, but it's not coming at me. Like, it doesn't look scary. It doesn't look inviting either. But it's not scary. It doesn't freak me out. But like, yeah, moldy food. So like moldy bread. Like, just say if it runs out on the first. Well, on the second, I should say, because I was going to say I'm not going to eat it on like the 29th, but like you don't know what month it is and what year it is. So like, if it runs out on the second, I'm not eating it on the first.
Right, really?
Yeah, it freaks me out. Just in case I see a little bit of green on there. Yeah, I'll shit myself.
Wow.
As in, like,
you're throwing away some good bread, man.
I've heard, but it's not worth it. Like, the other day, I was going to have a pizza. The other day, I bought it from Marks and Sparks because I'm rich. I'm not rich at all. But there was a Marks and Sparks around the corner.
What pizza was it, by the way? Because I had a banging one with prawns.
See, I've only recently started hitting seafood. Really? You know, I had some sea bass a few weeks ago. Gassed. Yeah. Loved it. Yeah. But I'm not a big fan of chicken on pizza, but I've had this pizza before, and it's got chicken on it, and it's very, very nice. Yeah. It's like one of those stone bake ones. It's not fully round. You know, they've just made it. Yeah. And, you know, I think that's a proper pizza. You know, from a shop anyway, and that was really nice. Anyway, it was a couple of weeks ago. It was like the 24th, when I was eating it. But it died on the 23rd, a used by. And I was like, I ain't touching it. It weren't mouldy or anything, but I was like, I ain't touching it. I know it's going to get blasted at 200 degrees for 20 minutes.
That's what phobias are, isn't it? They're usually irrational.
Yeah. So mould. Blocked toilets.
Right. Okay.
Freak me out.
Never go to carnival.
Yeah, I'm not. Cause I don't even like... You know, like when people like flush the toilet with the lid up, I'm worried that the water will rise, and stay. So
is this based on like a previous experience that you've had?
Yeah, I think when I was a kid, like, I had a really irrational fear of it, and since then, I know it's going to happen one day, and I'm panicking for it. I'm scared of death. Everyone is. Anyone says they're not is a liar. I mean,
now I'm a father. Yes,
it's going to happen.
Yeah. Now I'm a father, yes. But before, I was like, man, if it happens, it happens.
That freaks the shit out of me. Yeah. I have to sleep with like music on and that sort of stuff. And the other one's vomit.
A lot of people have a phobia. I used to have other people's vomit or yourself vomiting or
everything.
Right.
I can't even watch it on telly.
Oh, so how did you get on with like kids? Because like
here we go.
Yeah, so that's called a segue.
Yeah, indeed. So that's how I couldn't do what Janet did.
Right.
Because Janet was very, very ill.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it worked out in my favour. It's going to sound really random. And apologies, Janet. But she knows anyway, and we all know. So, like, a couple of weeks before we found out, a week before we found out we were pregnant, we had a bit of an argument. And it weren't a big one. It was fucking horrible. That's the first F word. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
apologies. And I didn't want to do it anymore. I was done. I was mapped out. And I turned up at the house to have a chat. We weren't living together at the time, but I spent a lot of time there. And I was like, right. And we had already planned on moving at the end of February 2020. And I was like, no, I'm done. But before that conversation was able to start, she'd been like kickboxing or boxercise or something like that.
Don't do that when you're pregnant.
Wow. She didn't know she was fucking pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
So she rocks up and she was like, oh, before, because I've been feeling a little bit like this and a bit that, I was going to nip to the toilet quick and then we'll sit down and chat. And I was about to go, charged.
Yeah.
I was like, and then she goes, I've just done a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. I was like, and she was like, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, nothing. I don't want to talk about it. Just want to chat about what happened the other day, innit?
Yeah.
And like, we'll make sure it don't happen again. Yeah, calm, right, cool. It went a long way round. It wasn't a 3-second conversation. It went on for an hour and a bit. And obviously we stayed together. Yeah. And we moved, but no one else knew. And no one else knew. And when we were moving stuff, I was like, oh, yeah, Janet smashed her back. Like she was lifting stuff and she did her back in, so we're gonna have to do all the lifting. Right. And all the man them were like, yeah, that's calm, innit? Yeah, don't pick that up, don't pick that up. And I was thinking, ha, bricks. You know nothing. You know, so that was jokes. But then once within because just before lockdown was like the third. Yeah, I want to say it was like the 20th of March, whatever the Friday was.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? Because the 15th was a Sunday, and I played a charity game of football. And then that week was Cheltenham. They was kicking off about stuff, weren't they?
Yeah, because they was going to cancel Cheltenham, weren't they?
Yeah. And people were like, nah, we're definitely going now. Yeah. And people were like, I think they over capacity in the end. Because we're definitely going. Yeah. So all of you lot resulted in the best time of my life. Yeah. Because lockdown was my favourite.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was doing all the stuff around the house. Yeah. Because she was in bed. Because she was ill.
Yeah.
Not ill, but just like being sick. It weren't morning sickness.
It was a bit more than that. I think Abby had it pretty bad as well.
It was rough. Yeah. And I have a phobia with it. So she would like veer her head every now and then. She had a mad, what's the word again? I can't, craving. She had a craving for Chinese food. So,
that's a good craving, that.
It was.
Do you know what I mean? So I've heard some people craving for chalk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The Chinese, that's decent.
It was.
Because you could benefit from that as well.
I did.
Yeah.
I was sick of Chinese food now. Because this was a daily thing.
I love Chinese.
Yeah, this is daily though, Devo, bro. And I was like, this is too much. And luckily, it was a relatively small order. But 5 times a week, 15 quid a pop.
Right, yeah.
I'm on furlough now.
Yeah.
80%. Big up to my landlord, though, at the time, because she reduced the rent by 20% as well to make it 80. So it was like the same money going out, but I weren't saving any money because I was spending it on clarting Chinese. So that was that. So she'd have as much as she could, and then she would go back to bed. So I just had the house to myself.
Yeah.
And because we were at a stage of still like falling outy, it was, the space was required. And as she started feeling better, it benefited our relationship to the nth degree. Like, we fell in love all over it again. Well, I did anyway. I don't know, she was probably always there. I don't know that, but I found it again. And it filled me with joy, and it made me, I was already looking forward to being a dad anyway. I was shit scared, but at the same time, I was very much looking forward to it. And it helped me look forward to it even more, and we were able to share it together.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal in the end.
Yeah.
Well, until the end.
Right, until the end, yeah. But that actual pregnancy journey.
The pregnancy journey, yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't remember how we found out. I think Abby she was being sick, but Abby has this thing where if she gets anxious about something, she might just vomit.
Oh.
It's really weird. Like I remember we went to was it Berlin? I think we went to Berlin for her birthday one time.
Love Berlin.
Oh, I love it. Went there for her birthday one time. We was running late to get the flight. I think we went Vapiano's or something like that.
My brother loves the Vapors.
I hate that place. I hate that place. You know,
my brother, everywhere he goes, he has to go to a Vapiano.
It went until I went there and I was like, I'm paying you for me to get up and get my own food in a restaurant. Like, the whole point of a restaurant is you bring the food to me.
Yeah, and you get a tip.
Yeah, and I'm paying you, and I have to go up and collect my own food. What am I doing here? I mean, what is this? How have you turned this around on us? How are we like blinkered? And we're like, I don't know, that's great. And the food's not even that nice. It's just pasta. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to collect my own pasta, and I'm paying you for the privilege. Don't make no sense. But anyway, we was there, and it took long.
Yeah.
So we were late to the airport to come back.
Oh,
so we're running to try and catch this flight. And she's like, oh, I'm sick. Yeah. And then just like that. And it just carried on running.
I would have died. I would have panicked. Honestly, because that shit freaks the hell out of me.
So she does that sometimes. So when that was walking, I remember one time we was walking to Croydon. And because we used to live in Croydon. And we was walking into like town. And she stopped and she vomited a couple of times on the street. But I didn't think of anything of it. I just thought, oh, maybe that's just she's feeling anxious about something.
Some shit went down in Croydon recently, and she's just worried about
on her
that.
mind or something. I don't know. But a couple of days later, I went to work, and she messages me. She goes, "I think I might be pregnant." I was like, "She's like, do you want me to do the pregnancy test now, or to wait till you come home?" I was like, "Wait till I come home." So yeah, we came home.
Then you were like, "Where's Jerome?"
Yeah, came home, done it, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna have a baby. It's like. Obviously, all these things start going through your mind. Is like, oh, can we afford it? You know what I mean? It's like, what?
Panicky about.
Yeah, we were living in this tiny little flat.
Yeah.
At that point, and it was like, have we got space?
Good for two people.
Yeah, good for two people.
Yeah.
We had no, like, I mean, we hadn't planned this out. We'd always thought of children in our future, but we hadn't planned of having a child at that point. So yeah, all these things start going through your head, and then it's like, right, do we keep it at this point? Do you know what I mean? And so we had a chat about it, and it's like, yeah, I think we should do it.
Can we rewind a little bit?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I think it's really important that these conversations are had and normalise it to a degree.
Yeah.
Because we're only human, and we're men.
Yeah.
We aren't carrion. We plant the seed. We leave it there. We leave it to cook.
Yeah.
Talk about that. In fact, I want to talk about your video in a minute. But like, understanding what to do is fucking hard.
It is.
And they're really difficult conversations to have. And when you think about it, when you look at your child in the eye, it makes you wonder, why the hell would I have ever thought that?
Well,
but at the time,
it's interesting because, yeah, it is a difficult conversation to have, but I found having that conversation with Abby was quite easy.
Really?
I think obviously that's, why we're getting married, because, we're like two peas in a pod or whatever.
Yeah.
But in that time, we had that conversation and we made the decision to just go for it.
Yeah.
And obviously, lockdown was literally, I think, did we find out during lockdown or was it just before? No, it was just before lockdown. So we found out, I think, early Feb. Because I'd just started a job with Dialer Flight, and I'd just found out as I started that job. And that job would have been great. Commission on that was ridiculous. So I was like, yeah, let's go for it. We're going to have loads of money. Do you know what I mean? And then COVID, training, 2 weeks into the training. Oh, we can't take anyone on, sorry. So got no job.
Oh, man.
So yeah, essentially I'm like unemployed now, lockdown, gonna have a child. So obviously you start thinking about that. And that's playing on your mind. So ended up getting a job at Audi and did that for a couple of months, but it was a horrible job. Yeah. Hated it. But needed to be done, obviously, because, we're going to need money or whatever. But then, I was quite lucky to get another job with at Matthews Yard in Croydon with a couple of people I worked with before. I worked for them before, just kind of on and off, and they were just reopening in a bigger venue. Yeah. And I messaged Safe, was the name of the guy who ran it, and I said, "Is there anything going? Because I can't stay at Audi. It's like I've never really well, only in one particular episode where I had poor mental health, but that was really getting to me at that point. I was like, have you got anything? I was like, I know you're not opening up yet. It's like, well, we could do with a hand around the, like construction and stuff like that. I've never worked construction in my life.
No, I'm not about that life. My
Never
hands are
done
too
anything
pretty.
like that.
Yeah, I don't get involved in any of that sort of stuff.
Yes,
DIY and them thing there.
I have to get out of here. So yeah, I went there and I was like building stuff and putting wiring for it. I've never done that shit before in my life. So I was doing that and I was, and I was happy again because I was working with people I know, and it was a decent job. And it's one of those jobs where it's the only job I've probably done in my life where I felt like I was actually doing something for a community. Because it's like a community hub. It is, yeah. They gave a lot back. They did food banks and stuff when lockdown was in its peak.
Yeah.
And I was involved in that. Yeah. So I think generally in terms of like our pregnancy journey and stuff, I think, Abby she suffered from morning sickness quite badly.
Yeah.
I think what she struggled with quite a lot was the fact that there was no like NCT groups, anything like that. So she didn't really know who to go over. Obviously, I couldn't be at the appointments and stuff like that. They weren't allowing people
NCT
in.
for anyone who doesn't know.
Oh yeah, so I don't know what the actual acronym stands for. Essentially, it's just.
I just threw you under the bus there, didn't I?
No, but
I ain't got a clue either. I know what they are.
So I can't remember what they call it, but essentially, it's just where expecting parents get.
I'll put
together.
it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen. It's on the screen.
Expecting parents get together, and they're taught by a midwife or whatever things that they can do to help. Once the baby's arrived, that all of that kind of stuff they teach. So we didn't have any of that at first, and I think that played on our mind quite a lot. For me, I was like, fine, because my mindset was, I don't know if I should say this, but my mindset was, you know how you were shit scared to be a father. I didn't have that. I didn't have that because my mindset was, crackheads have babies all the time and they survive. I mean, so it's like if they could do it, I could do it,
bro.
Then I could do it. That was my mindset. So I thought, there's so many people have kids, it can't be that difficult.
Yeah,
and that made it easier for me to just kind of think that way. But that's how my brain works. That's how I kind of I do it all the time. Like when I get tattoos, every time I got in the tattoo chair, I'd be like, shit, what am I doing? It's going to hurt. Why are you doing this? And I think Dappy's got thousands of tattoos and he's a dickhead. So, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and it's calm. I can do it after that.
I haven't got any tattoos. I'm scared of him. I'm not. It's not a phobia. I'm just like I don't do pain.
Yeah.
So I'm such a pussy with pain.
So yeah, that's just how my mind works in things. That's how I kind of. I suppose that's how I put logic to things. That's how my logic works. But yeah, I think the pregnancy thing. I think my main issue was the fact that I couldn't be in the scans. I felt very much excluded from a lot of the journey, just because that was the times that we were living in. That
was really fucking hard. And like the first couple of weeks weren't until sort of about, week 12, I think it was. We were at the hospital every week. And weirdly, even though it was lockdown, I was allowed in. Week 6, I remember we had to go week 5. No, week 4, week 5, week 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. We didn't have to go in week 10 for whatever reason. I don't know. It wasn't. We were meant to go every week. It wasn't cancelled because of COVID. It just we didn't need to go.
Yeah.
And every week because there was a bit of bleeding,
right,
and it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
But I was allowed in up until week 9. Week 10, we didn't have anything to go. Week 11, rocked up, drove to Barrett Maternity, Northampton, got to the door. They were like, only one of you is allowed in. And I was
they
like,
kept changing the restrictions in different areas and stuff, didn't they? So it's probably...
It was... Bro, I cried.
Really?
I literally, I felt pain. Because I wasn't there with Janet.
Yeah.
I needed to be with her at that point because she's scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. You know, the difference with Janet and Abs is the fact that this was Abby's first.
Yeah.
Janet already had one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Janet already had one, but not my child. So then the wait time, because you don't know how long you're waiting.
No.
I think that's what the problem was. So I was sat there, we must have rocked up there at like 11, and she got in the car about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm just sat there in the car park, and I have no idea what to do.
Mine's just racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, can I leave? Can I not? I've got no food, got no water. I don't know how long she's going to be. You can't use the phone in there. It was all just fucking crazy.
What a time.
Oh, it was horrible, bro. Honestly, it was so horrible. And when she got back in the car, I was really shitty. But I weren't shitty at her. I was shitty at the situation.
Yeah.
And I felt so fucking guilty. So guilty that, like, I felt like I weren't being there for her when she really needed her partner to stand up.
Yeah.
And I was drained.
Yeah.
Luckily, obviously, everything's all right because
Yeah.
that little bastard's running about the house and doing everything. She fucking loves it. She's great. But like, yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
Man.
But that's the thing, and to pick up is you're as a man in these situations, because essentially a man's job within the whole journey of pregnancy is to be there for for your partner and be supportive and everything like that. But it's hard sometimes when you're feeling things yourself.
Yeah.
That you kind of feel like you have to suppress that.
Yeah.
Because if you allow that to come out, you're no longer being supportive. It's now kind of about you.
It's such a man thing, though.
It is.
And I think this is why blokes don't talk about mental health stuff anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because we are meant to be the man.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to
Yeah.
show emotion, show vulnerability, and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, in that situation, it's hard.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a horrible time to having a second child and not within lockdown, and you can see the difference. It was like, that was such a weird experience, such a weird time to live in.
Did it make you just go like, how did I do it?
But yeah, I mean, I think at the time when you was living it, we just kind of got on with it the best we could. And I just think being allowed out for an hour a day, you know what I mean, having a walk around this little meadow and walking back, and I was like, I was happy with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was like,
oh, look at us.
Such a strange time to be alive.
I loved driving around lockdown, man. There was no one on the road. It was great.
Yeah. But even the fact when I got the job at Audi, I didn't necessarily think of it in a way of I'm putting myself at risk being out and around people and coming back to... Abby had her worries about me doing that.
Yeah.
But I was very much like, well, I need to work.
Yeah.
So I was getting on the train and I was going to work. Obviously, everyone's wearing their masks and stuff, and you're trying to keep your distance. But in a shopping, but you go to Aldi, everything was marked out. I know because I had to do it. I had to put
you were that
I had
guy.
to put the tape down on the floor so it's 2 meters apart. But then once everyone gets to the actual fruit and veg, they're all climbing over each other to get. So it's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
And then like, what? Yeah, we can. I need to ask you some questions about this. Then. So like, just like if you rubbing loads of like tins and shit on the shelf, did you sanitize that before?
No.
But then, when you're queuing up to get in, there's a guy that you can't pick that trolley up yet. It's not been sanitised yet, and like this sanitizer is just blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I can use that now. And then, like, I'll pick up the stuff, and I'll put it on the till, and then they scan it.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And then I'll put it in the bag.
You know, the craziest thing about lockdown as well is that we lived very close to Sellers Park. Anyone who knows Sellers Park, the Sainsbury's underneath Sellers Park, that was like our local Sainsbury's.
Always think that's jokes, by the way.
Yeah. So I remember walking out and the queue was all the way around the car park. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And you get in there, there's no toilet roll, no bread, whatever.
No, pasta, toilet roll, bread.
I remember one time I went on my own and I was like, saw the queue, I was like, I'm not doing this. Went around the corner to the boss man shop on the corner.
Yeah.
Everything you could ever need.
Oh, big up boss man.
Like no one thought to go to the off license.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you get first dibs when you worked there? Were you able to like...
What, Aldi?
Yeah, keep things aside?
No.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, you could go out but you don't get no discount.
Don't need discounts.
You get no discount, bro.
Well,
so you go there.
It's just as expensive as every other supermarket now.
I'm like, come on, man. I'm working here should like mates rates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone gets mates rates where you work.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Well, to be fair, I don't. In my job, I don't get mates rates. I have to pay full price.
yeah, all right. Not everyone. But yeah, it's such a strange time, man. And I think Abby, bless her, she handled it like a boss.
Yeah.
And we had fun actually. I just remember because not only was it obviously our first child, not only was it lockdown, but we'd literally just moved in together, like got our own flat.
So this is now like testing time, isn't it, as well? Because you don't know each other's
Well,
Like,
we lived together before, but
you
it was at
did?
my dad's.
Oh, okay.
But then we moved in our own flat
Yeah.
in middle of January. No, we just got back from Australia in the beginning of January. So it'd been the end of January. We got a flat, moved in, found out I was pregnant early Feb, and then lockdown.
So the
March.
celebration,
Yeah,
when she was conceived,
yeah,
was moving into the yard.
yeah.
Do you know where mine was?
When?
Garage night.
With a little bit of luck.
Yeah, bro. It was Kenny LaRock and like a couple of other people. There was garage night. I got mashed up that night.
Yeah.
I had to the car had to
Janet.
pull over. I was, hey, let's go. I had to pull over because I thought I was going to throw up, and like, that's my phobia, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was scared. And then we got back and did the thing, and then I think that was the last time we did before I went to America. I went to America for a couple of days. I went to go watch Super Bowl over in California, my boy Stu. And it was quite funny because my boy Bogle, he was like, when after everyone found out we're pregnant, he was like, when you were in America, this, that, and the other. I was like, you're a dickhead. But it's funny though, do you know what I mean? And like, I know Isla's mine, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen what she looks like. I'll tell what's weird though. We'll flip it back in a bit, but like, I'll tell what's weird. Isla looks like me and Janet when we were kids. If you get a picture of me as a child, it's like, yeah. And then if you look at a picture of Janet when she was a kid, it's like, yeah. But then she doesn't look like either of us. Yeah. If that makes sense. She looks like both of us, but none of us.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Mahalia as well, because pointed out, I think Simon, one of my best friends, Simon, said...
I pick up Simon, by the way. I like Simon.
Said she looks like my mum in a picture that posted. I think it was at a birthday party or something.
Yeah.
I was like, it's funny because she also looks a lot like my grandma, my dad's mum.
Yeah.
And
so it's random, because it's far apart.
Yeah.
Far removed. Almost.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. To flip back to supermarkets, I ended up spending a lot of money in Tesco at the time because I was going to Tesco a lot. It was the closest one. Those arrows on the floor, dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to go up another aisle. You have to go up each one. And I'm vertically challenged.
Are you...
So I felt like all the things that were needed to go towards my attention were at that middle aisle. And so I'm going up and down each aisle. I'm not getting anything.
Are you impulsive?
Naughty.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Spent so much money.
I'm like that.
So in the early days, I would Janet would be in bed and doing whatever. And these are the days when we didn't have little man there as well. He'll be at his dad's house. I would, because in that first week or two of lockdown, got on top of everything, house immaculate. It was like a show home.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know how long he was going to be in it.
No,
so
well, it was there, it was done.
Yeah.
So then I didn't have anything to do. So then what would happen? I'd join the queue like 7:45 because Tesco stopped being 24-hour.
Yeah.
Still not gone back yet. It's been 5 years, livid, right? Especially the job I do now.
Yeah.
I want to pop and get a couple of bits at 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't. So then rock up there at 7:45, get in there just after 8 because of the queue. Like the blue light people, like would all get like first dibs, NHS workers and stuff. And big up to them. Honestly, doff my hat to you lot because you lot went through a lot, and you deserve more. You deserve everything. In my opinion.
Unless you work at St. George's in Tooting, we'll talk about that on another episode.
We'll talk about it on another episode. Yeah, Bundan man. So, we went to custom.
No, we'll custom.
It is a custom. Oh, okay. Yeah. Bundan man. Yeah, because I didn't know. I didn't know. When I was like Bundan man, you go like, oh, they're really nice. They did great. So then we get in. I go up and down every aisle. I'll buy myself like a little ribeye because ribeye steak was still cheap then because no one ate it. It was like £3.
Yeah.
Get a case of Budweiser, tenner, 20 bottles. And people are like, oh, Budweiser, ugh. But it's an easy bevy, especially when it's ice cold.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about that in a minute as well because that's quite funny. So then I'll get home about 9:30. Do the potter that I need to. I've mowed the lawn every day almost. It looked better than Leicester City's in the year that they won the Premier League.
Yeah.
And
That was a good pitch.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
I felt like moving into it, you know, like after all the work that I've been doing in our little garden that we had. I look at the time, it's 9:45. Got fuck all else to do.
Yeah.
So sat
It
there.
was strange.
And this is before we met.
Yeah.
So I was doing the odd pod. I was also betting a lot on Belarusian Premier League, so it was the only thing that was rolling. Over 1.5 goals, over 7.5 corners. Come on, honestly, it was great. Little treble on that. And I played darts anyway, but I was playing more darts then. And I ended up playing online and met loads of people online. It was great. And this is all times whilst Janet was ill.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I just mugged her off.
having a whale of time.
I had the best time of my life. When people go, oh, lockdown was rough, I'm like, we are never going to experience that ever again.
No.
And I'm devastated because I literally couldn't think of anything better. I had the house to myself. I was doing my own thing whenever I wanted. I was smashing beers down at 9:30.
Yeah.
Didn't matter, you know. But then it got to week 16 and we decided to find out. Did you find out?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Week 16 or week 20?
We.
Did you go private or NHS?
No,
team?
we did NHS.
Yeah, so that'd be week 20, innit?
20, yeah.
So yeah, we did week 16 because I was desperate just to, with all the shit that we'd gone through, we needed to know. And it's so funny. Like the doctor guy was like, oh, do you want to know what it is? And we were like, yeah, we do. And deep down I knew we were having a girl. She thought we were having a boy. And he was like, oh yeah, looks healthy, yeah, this, that and the other, and there's a line there and a line there. Do you know what that means? I was like, no mate, it means it's a girl. I was like, you weird bastard. Why would you say it like that? Why just tell me it's a girl? Innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, weird. So I don't know if he still works. He's probably on the register now. But then we got back and I was like, I need to fucking celebrate. You know, I'm gassed. We hugged so much and we were just so there and it was amazing. And then I got back and I forgot that I didn't put any of the, because it was late, it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I forgot that I hadn't put any beers in the fridge. So I loaded warm beer because how long was lockdown weather?
Yeah, that was like the best summer. Yeah,
unreal,
ever,
unbelievable. So, but I remember I had a bottle of wine. I had a bottle of Beaujolais. So I love red wine, but I love Beaujolais. Only French wine that I like to drink. And I was like, right, okay. And she went back and laid down because she was knackered. Fair enough. And I was like, well, I'll have a glass of wine whilst I'm waiting for my buds in the freezer. Smashed the bottle. Smashed the whole bottle.
Yeah.
And then I went into the freezer and got the other beers out. And I woke up that following day feeling like absolute shit. But guess what? It's lockdown. It don't matter. It was great. I had a great time.
But you know, we had a funny story about when we found out the sex of our first child, Mahalia. We were both convinced we were having a boy.
Really?
Absolutely convinced to the point where we didn't even think of female names.
You're livid.
We just thought of male names. So we was like, right, if it's a boy, we're going to call him Marley.
Malcolm.
No, Marley. And so we went to the scan.
No offense, only Collins, Malcolm, and Keiths.
Big up all the Keiths. I don't think there's many
left. I know a couple of all of those names, really? Actually. I know one Donny, sorry. I know one guy who's actually younger than me called Colin.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mad thing.
That's weird. So yeah, we went to the scan and they was like, oh, you're having a girl. So we literally, as we was leaving the hospital, was like, we haven't got any girls' names. It was like, what is the female equivalent of Marley?
Yeah.
It was like, Mahalia. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sick.
And in August, I think it was August? Yeah, in August, my grandmother passed.
Oh.
And at her funeral, we're looking at the funeral, the program or whatever. And it's
your
like,
grandma?
Yeah.
West Indian?
On my dad's side.
So, is that the first time you found out what her real name was?
No, I didn't know. I knew her. My granddad, when he passed, his name was Ezekiel. I didn't know that. I thought he was Steve. Everyone called him Steve.
Jamaicans, honestly, they're a different breed.
Yeah.
We're a different breed.
But I knew my grandma's first.
Yeah.
name. I knew that because I'd heard people speaking to her before. But at the funeral, looking at the program notes, and it had songs by this artist called Mahalia Jackson. So I've looked at it and I go, oh. So at this point, I don't think we'd told anyone the name. So I looked at Mahalia Jackson. And then it turns out that my grandma's favourite artist was Mahalia Jackson.
Sick.
So it's almost like it was meant to be.
That's
her name
amazing.
Was the fact that we never really thought of that name before, and then just split second there, and then transpires that this name actually means something in my family.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Wow. See, like we had Island locked in early doors. It's quite funny because I'm Gav Mac, G-Mac. One of the guys who used to feature on our pod quite a lot. Has got a called Glenn. Big up Glenn Mac. G-Mac. His missus is also called Janet. And his daughter is the same. Yeah. So it's like, you just want to be me, don't you?
Yeah.
I was like, prick. But we love the name. Anyway, the day before, because we were already locked in. So on the 13th, Mahali's birthday.
Yeah.
So we were watching a show on Netflix. Was it called Kingdom? The MMA one.
Oh, the film.
No, it's a series.
Oh no. No.
Sick. Anyway, it's an MMA style thing. I'm not really into MMA or combat sport, but this Netflix drama was really bloody good. And if you haven't watched it, I'd recommend watching it. But someone had a baby on it, and they were going to call it Maya.
Right.
And me and Janet sat next to each other, and we stared at each other. We're like,
do we?
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. We could. Nah. And we just kept on. I was like, what do we do? And then while she's like drugged up and stuff, like on Janet, this is by the way, while she's drugged up, like ready to do the C-section, she had planned C-section. She was like, I was like, what are the chances? You're like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, but I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. You know, I'm good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was able to, but now we stay with it. But like with grandparents and stuff, we were talking about tattoos and that.
Yeah.
I don't have any tattoos, but I did contemplate having a tattoo. Always said I'll get a tattoo. Well, when I was like an early teen, I wanted Thug Life on my belly, and I'm so glad my mum is like from a biscuit family.
Yeah.
Because if she was, I would have had that at the age of 13. How embarrassing that'd be. 37, like walking down
on the beach.
On the beach, bro. How embarrassing.
I've got a tattoo of my own initials on my stomach.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've never seen your belly before.
Yeah. This is. I went to. I think I got it done in Amsterdam. But I went to this. Was it Amsterdam? No, it's Canada. It was in Canada. So I was in
Canada, Amsterdam. It's easy to.
No, because I've got 2 stars on my stomach as well, and that was in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I was in Canada, and I wanted to get something done on my elbows, and the guy was like, "I'm not going to do around your elbows." For some reason, he just was like, "I'm not going to do that." So I was like, well, I'm here, so I need to. Just do my initials on my stomach, and that's literally how it came about.
Fair.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I always said I was going to get something that would commemorate my grandma. And when she passed in December 2017. I was like, nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I felt bad for not doing it because I said I would to myself, but no one else knew.
Yeah.
But I knew it. So the tattoo effectively is Ida's middle name. It's her name. Okay. So rolled with that instead. Okay. But yeah, it's mad. But like,
how did you? To just go back to the pregnancy journey, how did you like? Because with the 3 trimesters or trimesters or whatever they call them, I can't remember what they call them. But I feel like with Abby, first one was because of the sickness.
Yeah.
Second one was great.
Yeah.
She was loving life. Third one was horrible. Like
serious.
Not so much. I mean, from my point of view.
Yeah. We're talking about
from my point of view, it's horrible because it was just endless moaning and just like, I'm so uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, and you want to be supportive. It's like, yes, I understand, but you're going on a bit.
You know what? I'm lucky. I didn't have that.
You didn't have that?
No. So that's what I mean. Like the first bit.
I think maybe it was accentuated because it was lockdown, and it was just like,
we're getting on top of each other now, and it's like, get me out of this fucking house.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, the first bit was when she was, when we first found out, obviously, and we weren't getting on, but we'd already been planning to move, and we were just like, fuck it, we're doing it, and we did. And then that's when she was sick a lot. The day before lockdown, we were meant to go watch Ramesh Ranganathan. Yeah. Literally the Thursday.
Yeah.
And I went, and I took... Don't look at me like that. She encouraged me to go.
Yeah,
We didn't want to get rid of the ticket. It was a Christmas present and stuff, like, to each other and whatever. So, like, we were meant to go together, but, like, she was worried that she weren't going to be able to last because this sickness wasn't a morning thing. It was all day, all night. So, so it was rough, and I used to have to sleep with my headphones in because I was worried that I would hear her being sick. Even the hearing, like, my anxiety, mate. One little story. I used to be with this girl back in the day. It's probably about 15 years ago, right? And we went on a holiday to, where did we go? Went to Tunisia. And we had a great time. I was there for a week. And on one of the days, she was like, I'm not feeling too great. And she was like, oh, I don't know if it's food poisoning or not, but I didn't have it, thankfully. And I was like, right, Gav. Right, I was like 23. I was like, this is your time to be a man. It's your time to stand up and do your thing. She was like, oh, you go downstairs and jam at the bar. I was like, no, I'm staying here with you. I'll look after you. She said, what if I'm sick? I was like, her name's Sarah. I was like, Sarah, don't worry about that. I'm here for you. And we were watching something on telly, just some bullshit TV. And she was sort of like sat up, but like laying back a little bit. Yeah. And she was like, I was like, you're right. She's like, yeah, I'm fine, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. And then she literally went, no. And then she went, and a little bit came out. Oh my God. I leapt up out the bed. I picked up my headphones and I ran out the door, ran down the corridor. And I was like, la. Such a pussy demo. I rocked up there.
No, it's okay. I will look after you. First sign. First sign. God.
Rocked up about half an hour later. She was like, I've got a little bit on the bed. I was like, don't worry about it.
I'll sleep on the sofa. It's all right.
So yeah, it weren't going to happen. In fact, me and Janet, when we were on holiday, we were in Morocco, and we got mashed in the heat. Like top of we stayed in the Riyadh.
Yeah.
And
top floor.
But top floor was like the like courtyardy sort of stuff, and like we stand up there, and I was making twisted mojitos. So twisted mojito is using Zabrovka vodka, which is it goes really well with apple juice. So mojitos, for those that don't know, are rum or like Sagitativa or something like, which is a rum-based spirit. You use sugar and mint and a load of crushed ice, and you top it up with soda. Yeah. So the same method, but we use Zabrovka vodka, and instead of using soda water, use apple juice. Lord, that goes down sweet. Yeah. But we're home, effectively. We're home pours. So, yeah, licked off a bottle. Yeah. And she was like, I'm not feeling well. I was like, and we just met this couple as well that was sound. My man of the couple had to take her downstairs.
Because you couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was too scared. And she was being sick. It was quite funny as well. It was really intrusive, but fuck it. So like, because I had some issues as well. So like, just to even it out. So I went to, because my stomach was a little bit dodged from all the beers and stuff, and there was no door on the toilet. Just like a curtain. One morning, I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to do, and it weren't great. And I woke her up with everything, the sound and the odor. And I was like, "Sorry, Janet."
Imagine waking up to that.
Mate, horrible. 3 o'clock in the morning. Allow. You can't even get rid of it. But yeah, that day is the closest that I've been to dealing with stuff. She had a little bit in her hair, and I was like, ah. She was all right behind this point because she got it all out of her system. But I've now got trauma.
Yeah.
And it is absolute trauma. Oh, it's crazy. I can't remember how we got to this. But, Ramesh thing. Yeah. So, she was worried that she's going to be sick. So, when Ramesh was catching jokes about lockdown, this, that, and the other, and I rock up to work on the Friday, they were like, yeah, go home. I was like, oh, we're not coming back. Like, don't know. Like, Panic. Absolute panic.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'd like to get you. Oh, no, you had the C-section, didn't you?
Yeah,
so you didn't necessarily get to.
Out the sunroof.
We'll talk about the birth because thinking is it just vomit? It's not like gore.
No, I can't. Yeah,
you're right. Blood,
shit,
right.
like cut, spruce, whatever.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I'm like, from refereeing days. You know, like, and obviously I've recently come back. I've seen like broken legs and stuff. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bit rough, innit?
You know, a bit of vomit on the side of that.
Yeah, I'm like, nah. Like,
Yeah.
I remember doing a game not too long ago, and the player was like, man, I'm so knackered, I feel I'm going to be sick. I was like, get over there.
Red card.
Get over there right now.
For?
Honestly, yeah, charging the game. Honestly, rough.
Yeah.
But first trimester, rough, which was the getting on bit, and then we got on, and then she was sick a lot. And then after then, smooth. In terms of getting on with stuff and dealing with life, I found it really, really easy. I got lucky as an individual. I can't speak for Janet. She would have her own opinion on it. But like from what I learned and what I remember at the time, it was just more just awkwardness. And also, she's been through it.
Yeah, she's experienced.
She's done it
before.
already, so she knows how to combat certain areas and certain things. So, man, once again, I'll tip my hat. I'm pretty sure I tip my hat to her in the first episode, but tip her again because, like, we're not together, but I respect her a lot, you know, and everything that she's done, everything she's doing, you know, props, man. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Charge it there.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Well, episode 2. I hope you enjoyed it.
In the bag.
Let us know what your thoughts were. Obviously, I hate saying obviously, by the way, because it's not obvious.
No, I do this.
Yeah.
And I do. So I've recently changed like the part I'm back into like training and stuff.
Yeah.
I notice when I'm doing that, you'll say obviously. It's like, well, it's not going to be obvious to them
obvious
because
'cause
they're
they ain't
training
got
for a
a clue.
new role. They don't know what you're talking about.
Mm.
So it's very much in here. You have to.
Yeah. Try
Don't
and
say
turn
that.
it out.
Yeah.
So, not obviously, but please do not leave reviews less than 4 stars.
Yeah.
So
Let's be positive.
Yeah.
This is all about positivity. You know, let's try and leave positive reviews if necessary, and help us to continue doing this.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Help us grow. Help us do our thing. Like, help us, well, we're going to talk anyway.
Yeah.
But it'd be great if you could be involved in that conversation.
And please leave suggestions if there's anything that you, as a father, have experienced that you would like us to discuss. Our views on it, how we feel about it. Please leave suggestions in the comments for future episodes, and we'll look into it and we'll try our best to accommodate everybody.
Yeah, and you can even ask questions because you might be about to become a dad for the first time.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've done that.
Yeah,
So,
we've been there.
Yeah. He did it twice.
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
And it was completely different both times.
Yeah, exactly that. So it's important to have these conversations. It's an open dialogue. Comment on our Spotify page or wherever you get your podcast from. Send us a DM if you want to. And also comment on YouTube as well. But, that's it. And stay tuned for next Monday, episode 3.